Hello, Paladins. Oh, how I've missed you. Back in September of 2017, before the travesty of the Cards Unbound system, before Star Wars Battlefront 2's piss take on loot boxes, back when gold in Paladins was actually worth something, well, sort of worth something, the game introduced the VIP point system into the game, a system that was supposedly designed for everyone, specifically for making getting cosmetic items easier, and also to confuse the hell out of new players with its name. We'll get to the latter bit soon enough. But first, we're going to talk about the VIP point system in Paladins, the outcomes of the system, as well as why it didn't fare well in the realm. Let's talk about it. For those who are not aware of the VIP system, well, first off, pay more attention to the game, and secondly, it's a currency in Paladins, essentially a hybrid of gold and crystals which you got for playing the game, with the amount you received varying depending on whether you had won a game, lost a game, or had invested in a conveniently purchasable VIP pass, which increased the payout of winning and losing matches. When the system was first implemented, this is what happened. You got a pitiful amount of VIP points for free, you got 25 VIP points for losing a match of Paladins, and 75 points for winning a match. VIP passes doubled the amount of VIP points you could earn after matches, 50 for losing, 150 for a win in case you can't do mathematics. That doesn't sound too bad until you peruse the VIP store, which has items for 15,000 VIP points plus. Naturally, if you bought the VIP pass that I mentioned earlier, then you could buy more VIP points for 70 crystals a pop. Of course, this is designed specifically for players who pay for most of their cosmetics, as well as letting you stump up the courage to buy crystals, and then spend 200 of those crystals to buy the pass, giving high-res money so you can skip the VIP point grind, which kinda defeats its purpose as a free premium currency hybrid that free-to-play players have access to, when it's obvious that free-to-play players have very little access to it in the grand scheme of things. Quests for Paladins did give out VIP points, but in hilariously small values. The values kept changing throughout its tenure, hence why I only have relatively newer footage, but currently, before high-res caught "oh crap, let's be nice and give out a decent amount of points to players before the system gets removed" syndrome, it stood at 20 VIP points to complete a task. Literally any task. The game didn't scale to the difficulty of the task at hand. Completing 4 games of Siege and winning 4 games of Siege would still net you 20 VIP points either way. That mechanically makes no sense. For those who have played any game ever, physical realm or fantasy realm, winning is objectively harder to do than actually playing the damn game on the given game mode, so give me more VIP points for, winning a game, or 4 games even. Of course, with one of those prestigious VIP passes, you earned more VIP points for every quest you completed. This is the part where I get a bit angry. The entire thing, the VIP system, its introduction of spending tiers, yes that's a thing, which forced you to spend VIP points to get exclusive skins only available at those spending tiers, all the while maintaining a VIP pass subscription, something that lasts 2 weeks at a time. The introduction of VIP exclusive perks such as frames, which are thankfully getting removed, as well as having an actual effect on the game's card system when Cards Unbound was active. Don't worry, I didn't forget about that. The whole thing is psychological manipulation bastardized to the extremes used in the free-to-play model, and I found it disgusting. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Safe to say, if you never wanted to spend money on the game to get cosmetics, then prepare for a lot of grinding. More so than getting bloody crystals, which I find rather ironic. The system was meant to make getting cosmetics easier than just spending crystals on them, and as it turned out, it just gave a lower payout than crystals, because people don't play for that long. In case you haven't realised. The VIP point system in Paladins had less about being a pseudo-premium currency that anyone can earn and more to do with maximising profits for high-res. That, of course, isn't necessarily a bad thing, I should probably stress. Done right, this system is a pretty good idea in concept. As I mentioned, anyone, no matter how blue they feel or how much green they want to spend, can get them, meaning getting skins and other stuff should have been easier. But nothing on that front changed. The grinding never changed. It was just treated as an extension of crystals, where free-to-play players would earn a tiny fraction, a minuscule fraction of VIP points, whereas those who courageously bought a VIP pass can enjoy getting skins and cosmetics in a pretty reasonable grinding time frame. Anyone who didn't want to stump up the green or blue in this case, was left in the cold in a permanent grinding loop. Unless you exploited the Cards Unbound specific chest to get free VIP points when Cards Unbound was removed, you were pretty much screwed over cosmetics that you could only dream of getting while this system was active. There was even a post made on the Paladins subreddit which did an entire rundown of values at the time. The answer won't surprise you: the more you paid, the more VIP points you got, and sod free-to-play players because, well, money, I guess. I must confess it's worth the read if you ever have the chance. I'll link to it in the video description. And for those saying that this wasn't a big deal and it's only cosmetic and none of this matters, Hi-Rez wants only to make money, so not all skins should be free anyway because that would lower profits. I mean, technically you're correct on that last point. First off, it is a big deal. It was always a big deal. Changing your entire economy to enforce a sleazy grinding tactics is the very definition of it being a big deal. Second, yeah, most of the VIP stuff was mechanically not tied to gameplay, but people like cosmetics. They're willing to pay for them. Hell, people are willing to grind for them. It gives players satisfaction. I get satisfaction as I play as a kick-ass Ash Ronin. I'm not a good Ash player by any respect of the imagination, but it makes my Paladins experience somewhat unique and fun to play. Just makes me feel happy. I'm more connected with the game world, the character. It means I may spend more money on Paladins because I feel enjoyment, funnily enough. But here's the thing. There was literally nothing wrong with getting skins with crystals in the first place. Free-to-play players get them via daily logins, they posed a pretty reasonable grind, and you can just buy them outright if you feel like waiting out for whatever reason. And there are chests with skins in them, so if you wanted to go down that route, you could just plop some crystals on some chests and hope you get something you want. Good for the devs as they make money, good for the players as they get the skins and stuff they want. This model works for a reason, you know, and yet it's not enough money. Not quite enough cheddar is being made to please the higher-ups at Hi-Rez. Yeah, I just got the joke. Hence why loot boxes were everything circa 2016. Hence Cards Unbound's existence. Oh, and while I'm talking about VIP points and crystals and all that, just drop the price for voice packs, please. I don't need to buy them. This is actual gameplay impacting stuff here. I am aware that the voice packs only cover the VGS system, which, depending on who you ask, is either a good thing or a bad thing, but it's still gameplay impacting. I don't want to hear a default voice saying, okay, every time I do something or somebody else does something. I have to look into the chat for a brief second just to see who's saying it, and it's really, really annoying. This should be on by default. These should not be sold. You got that? Thankfully, the VIP point system is being removed in OB70, thank God, with Hi-Rez saying that it caused new players to be confused due to it sounding like a pay-to-win system. Really? A system called VIP points, which is an acronym for very important person, or people, or Paladin, doesn't remotely sound paid to win to you, Hi-Rez. Having something called a VIP pass available for purchase and golden XP booster weapons totally didn't get off the wrong impression. That's sarcasm, by the way. Anyway, to tone down my sarcasm just a bit, the VIP point system is being replaced with a totally not stolen from Fortnite's battle pass, even down to the name, which when this script was originally written, Hi-Rez was being very stum on what it contained. Until, like, literally last night when the OB70 update preview stream was live, well, again as of recording this. Like Fortnite, the system encourages players to play the game, which nets you rewards when you unlock certain levels of the battle pass, even if you haven't bought into the battle pass itself. Paying 500 crystals gets you premium stuff per level, which isn't available outside of the battle pass, unfortunately. Said pass lasts for 3 months as of writing, which is a fairly long time, and by my calculations, totally free-to-play players spending no crystals whatsoever, which I will admit is a bit unlikely, would have to wait about 2.5 months to get in on the action, assuming the daily login rewards don't change for crystals, which I hope and pray they don't. I am actually okay with this system, not least because the value prospect is genuinely worth the asking price. 500 crystals is a lot to ask of up front, and hell, even a lot to grind for, but it's simply better value than the entirety of the VIP reward system ever could be. You don't spend stuff to get stuff straight away, you spend stuff to get rewards for playing the game, which some may view as a bad thing, but I don't. You know what you're getting. There's no annoying grind to get the skins, and it rewards you for playing the game. Again, even if you don't buy into the battle pass. Also, as there's a separate free pass which also gives you free rewards. Bit of a side note to that, I'm aware Hi-Rez has to make the pass appealing, so most of the epic and legendary scenes are going to be in that, but don't just litter the free version of the pass with recolors and sprays of card art. Have some actual creativity, please. Safe to say, death to VIP points. Go die in a fire where you belong, you charlatan of a reward system. With that, I thank you very much for listening.
down to the name, which as of writing, hybrids was which when